Municipal Services Committee meeting, December 10th, called to order at 6:02. Present are Alderman Fahrenwald, Alderman Mech, Alderman Carr, Jim Polstro, Ed Ruthberg, and Eric Alvarez. I don't see any citizens here, so I'm moving right on. Jim.
Municipal Services report was 79 tons of asphalt was used, 15 streetlights were repaired, 5 buses were reported for contaminated, 70 yards, 20-yard dumpsters of bulk waste was removed, 120-yard of tires. Actually, it says 4 snowstorms, but we've got 5 so far. 5
Really?
Yeah. And then we do our testing first and second Tuesday of the month, which was today. We did the second half of the water testing. So, any questions? I didn't have anything for water.
Just what, maybe just for anybody who might be looking in, obviously you had to shut down the patching this year a little early. Could you?
Yeah. We did get out a few days since the early,
The Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah. We did get out a few days since. We're done for this.
You're done
now.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
How's your staff level right now?
We're doing better.
Okay.
We hired a few in fall here. Definitely doing some training for running the streets, the routes.
Great.
And thank you to Public Works for making the parade work so well. And that was really clean the next day. I mean, I was out early the next morning, and I don't know what you guys did overnight, but the street was clean.
Right. Yeah, it was great.
I was going to say, you usually follow the parade with the street sweeper.
Yeah, a few years back we stopped doing it because it was too crowded. There was just too many people still on the street and cars parked in front of the businesses and stuff. So we decided to come out early the next morning, pick up the barricades, pick up the garbage cans, pick up the garbage, street sweeper. We moved the message boards and the light towers. We secured those. We cleaned the parking lot that the town was in. So, took care of it right away. Okay.
And thank you again for all the communication back and forth with the leaves and the bagging and the correct measures of picking up. So we do appreciate that.
Yeah, it's working a lot better.
Right. Thank you very much.
Do you want to talk to us a little bit about this wireless monitoring services agreement?
The wireless service is something that's added on. We already have it at our pump stations, and this was going back, I think, last spring, and it's a backup. So, and plus it all goes up into a cloud, so which was really beneficial for us this year because when the city went down, we were still operating. We weren't on the city server. So, so right now we have the backup, and this is just adding to the Vincennes and 119th where the Chicago water comes in, and also from Western Avenue at 119th where the Chicago water comes in. So it'll be a backup monitor to that, going to the SCADA system.
Is this information just presented for our information, or do we need to act on it?
Vote on this?
I believe yes. We because it is a financial thing. I believe this one's $30 a month each one. The other ones I believe are $45 each. I believe.
Yeah, I see.
And there was 3. There was the Thornton Tower. There was Highland and Vincennes. So this is adding the 2 Chicago locations where the water's coming into the city of Blue Island. So there is a financial impact. It's not great, but there is. So it'll go to this committee and also go to Finance Committee.
So just to be clear, what I'm looking at, Exhibit B shows two locations at 45 a month. And then Exhibit A, I don't see any dollar figures there. See it? But that's it, because I don't see a $30 figure.
Okay. Well, the others were 45, so it could be 45.
Okay.
It would be my mistake.
Okay, is this a time-sensitive thing?
It's,
Only because I was having trouble for some reason opening documents. I kept getting the message that the documents were corrupted.
I'm sorry.
So that's not your
It's
fault.
not time sensitive where it has to be done tonight, but this is all that we put in place in the first few months of 2020.
It's just, I didn't know what it was, so I couldn't get it on the agenda.
We already approved having 119th and Western improvements in the vault, and so they're going to be putting some conduit. So it's going to be all around the same time as that. Spring, then it's probably March.
So if we approve this in January, that would be okay? Okay. Then I'm gonna say that I'll put this on the agenda for January,
Okay.
because, like I said, I couldn't open documents for a while for some reason, and I wasn't sure if people were sending me. We do have two, thank you, Jim.
Okay. Thank you.
And thank you for bringing the street sweeper down by the school, too.
Yes.
We do have two handicap parking, let's see. Handicap parking for 12751 Lincoln, and also handicap parking for 12043 Greenwood. Need a motion?
Second.
Go through it quick.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Like mines.
I did send out the water report. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Unfortunately, he's not here.
No.
I don't see anything
No.
of any concern on that. Under the recreation center, Bob Jackson had sent me out, well, last month we approved the snow blower.
Right.
He sent me an email saying that thanks to Jim, he found a less expensive snow blower. And so he's sent me an email saying I'm requesting a change in the request to purchase a snow blower from Menards, to purchasing the Carr and snow blower from Lawnmower Repair. I don't think we need to,
It's already
just add no brainer.
under budget.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a 10% discount on it also.
Oh, nice.
It's not reflected on it.
And then he had sent me a request for floor mats. I wish he was here because I was a little bit confused.
Is there a document here about that? 'Cause I don't think I saw that.
I thought I attached it.
You might have.
Okay.
Could have missed it.
I had problems opening up the files as well,
Yeah.
so.
Anyways, he sent me rental and service pricing from a couple of different companies. And he actually dropped this one off for me because I couldn't get it to print, so.
Maybe it would be better if he could present to us next time or something. Explain to us.
Yeah.
So these are new floor mats that we have not had the service before or provided floor
I
mats
think
before?
I
it's,
don't know.
it says, it says quotes from 3 different companies on floor mats. One is a rental, one is a direct purchase. But yeah, maybe it would be better if we would.
Yeah, probably.
Sure to talk about it, because I'm not clear on that. He did send out a monthly report. know if you've seen it.
I've read it.
You read it?
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah, report there. Or we're just flying through this. Then we have Ted Dudenberg. A quote from J2 Construction.
Yeah, I think that, so what I have here is the building department mentioned to me that, well, we knew we don't have a dumpster enclosure at the golf course, so we have talked about it for the last little while now. And so I just went ahead and got a few quotes just to see what it would cost to do that. I wanted to present these to you. I understand it has to go to finance after that. If you guys approve, one is $2,500, it looks like, and one is a little more expensive, so.
And this, from what you were telling me, this is because of the ordinance that we passed,
Yeah.
saying that all dumpsters have to
To be
be
enclosed.
enclosed.
Correct.
Yeah, and the building department's really enforcing it, so we gotta
We
step
gotta-
up and, you know, we
Correct.
gotta also follow the law for sure. Do you know if the, I mean, in terms of the less expensive one?
Yeah, so the less expensive one is treated lumber, and then the more expensive one is a galvanized cyclone. I guess it would just come down to which one would look better, or,
The galvanized cyclone, you'd seat it, you'd still see the dumpster in there?
Or do
yeah,
the
the slabs.
Oh, the slabs,
Okay.
Yeah, the slabs and the
Yeah,
cyclone.
okay.
But I personally, I think I like the treated lumber better.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, which would be easier for you to work with, because you're the one who's gonna have to open
Yeah,
the gates and.
I think the treated lumber one would be easier.
Yeah,
They don't look nice.
Yeah, I think
There'll be maintenance.
Absolutely. The only thing that you'd want to watch out for is exactly where it is, so,
Yep.
because if a vehicle hits it, it's just going to blow up. I mean,
Right.
because you got to protect it somehow.
Yeah, so it'll be in the corner, the back corner of the back parking lot. As far as protecting it goes, yeah, we'll have to
Maybe
work.
put a post or
We'll have to
something.
work out something to
Yeah,
put
because
around
I've
it.
seen it around here.
Yeah.
You know, they're one day they're there and the next day they're not because a car hit it.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, just looking for some
And
direction.
then I have a question with the bids. How did we get the bids?
How do we get that?
Yeah, how did we get these?
I contacted these companies and
Okay.
had them come out.
You know what, and I think they're great, and I'm sure, you know, they're well within price point of what it would do.
Yeah.
I would love to see maybe a Blue Island contractor to be
Okay.
contacted in the future on some of these jobs. I'd like
Yeah.
to keep the money in Blue Island.
I agree 100%, Mike. I mean, Alderman, do you have a, suggest, like, do you have any companies in mind?
Well, no, I would like to stay out of it as an alderman, but
Okay.
I think as a building department, we probably have numerous companies on file.
Definitely.
And I think it would be worthwhile, again, I'd like to keep the money in Blue Island if we can.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
just
good.
my thought on this. I would like to, you know, these look great, but
Yeah, I will.
Let's
I
take
can
care of
get
our
some more-
folks.
Some more bids.
Yeah.
Seeing as how it's probably too cold to sink any posts or anything like that,
Right.
you wanna wait till next month and see if you can find someone else?
Sure. Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, Mr. Christopher.
yes, Mr. Ruth.
Okay, Mr. Alvarez.
I'll make just a couple of things tonight. We have our typical monthly update on our construction projects. I wanted to run through, not the whole thing with you all, but some of the developments, especially in the northeast neighborhood. So deconstruction's gone out and regraded and patched the major areas that were draining poorly. Antero Group's gone and regraded the curb inlets at the Unstreet bump outs. Public Works removed the filter fabric from the inlets. We're working on removing the concrete from the inlet grates. And we have a revised letter for the MWRD asking them to replace the rain garden plantings with turf, with sod. Here, I updated this letter based on some feedback from the district, from Jim Urick. Basically addressed it to the board president of the Reclamation District, cited some of the safety concerns and the health concerns the residents are having with it. He felt that would make a stronger case. And then the other newer development in the back is actually put a little map of all the areas. I want to make sure we're on the same page with where exactly we're requesting to remove these. So when I talked to the waste district, they said that they may be more open to changing some of these if we have specific areas in mind, rather than just blanket changing all of these, because from all the research that they've done, the native plantings are better at soaking up water and keeping the soil loose and allowing the water to get into that underground detention versus grass. So I wanted to, this is just a map I put together. This is basically all the rain gardens there. If you all could review that and let me know if you're happy with it, or if you want me to take out certain areas. And then same thing with the letter overall. If the letter looks good, just let me know. We'll finalize it. We'll get it to the mayor's office for a signature, and we'll get it to the district.
You know, I would like, personally, I think all these rain gardens, it sounds great to have, when we say native plants, but I see what these residents have to put up with. And they're weed patches. It sounds pretty, you know, native plants. I would like to set up a tour. I know we can't see the plants that are, you know, now this time of the year, but I think we should do a physical drive-by of all the locations and record the locations that we want out. I think this is great. This is a great map, but I'd like to physically drive by and say, that one's going to go, this one's going to go. Personally, I would love them all to go, okay? I understand they've used them as a showcase for other facilities, but from a property value, from aesthetics, blocking sight lines, I'm having a huge problem with these gardens. And I think it was thrown in, there was no maintenance, maybe not the right plants were put in. It's costing us a lot of money. So in the next, I know the holidays are coming up, but let's try to take a day, maybe one alderman could join me with you, and we could just do a drive-by and kind of check these.
Yeah, of course.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I had to go with you, it's adjacent to my words.
I would appreciate it, okay?
There is a problem, and I know I've discussed this with you, Eric. We can't have a quorum of a majority, which means two of us on this committee can't go anywhere together.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, yeah, she's right, she's correct.
Because then it violates the Open Meetings Act.
Well, right, so maybe we could go and then you could report back to the committee or something.
And I could give you the addresses and then.
Do you give me the addresses?
Yeah, I can give you the addresses and you both can tour as well.
Sure.
If you wanted to even just send me a list of the addresses, I can update the map, you know, it's up to you.
Yeah, you know, Longwood, all of Longwood, I would like to get cleaned up. I really would. I'd like a change in that.
Well then, do you want to just start by asking them to do them all? And see,
yes.
Use that as a negotiation back?
Yes, please.
Okay.
If we could try that, what do you think?
Based on everything I've heard.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I would not want this in front of my home. And they didn't ask for this. It was like put in, and we need to take care of this. So if we can try to get all of them done, you know, again, if you have time in the next couple weeks, and I know the holidays are here, I'd be more than happy to go with you, and we could just do a drive-by, and we could really record the addresses. But
Alderman, if you want to work it out, you and I can.
Yeah,
we can work out a time. We can go next week or this week.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, and generally speaking, if you kind of step back from this whole issue, the flooding problems down there are so profound that this isn't going to. Basically, even if they work really well, they're not going to.
I was told maybe 2%.
Yeah.
2 to 3%.
I think it's kind of almost the cart got before the horse. It's like all the other stuff should have been done, and then these would maybe serve.
This was the frosting on the cake.
It's like they tried to put the window dressing out before they had the window built or something like that. So, yeah, I can see where it's not. It just isn't really serving a purpose, and it's just really frustrating.
And it's maintenance, and it's not right. So, you and I'll communicate to you this week, and we'll go from there.
Sure. Yep. We can go look, and then let's Alderman too. Yeah, if you let me know about the wording of the lettering, if you're happy with the letter, if you're happy with that, we'll finalize it. We'll get it to the mayor's office, and
then I have one other. May I ask you a question?
Of course.
I have one quick thing, Jim, and you can help me with this because we started talking about this. I have a resident that her garage is under grade from her alley.
Yep.
And she's getting water flooding in.
I think we're aware of the garage.
Okay. What can we do? Is there anything we can do?
There are things that we can do and that we've done and we've suggested to, I think that it's in 119th Place Alley, right?
Yes.
Yep, So, we suggest, Jim and I actually went out there a couple of years ago. 2 years ago? Last year? We've been out there in the past. We suggested some fixes that could help solve the problem. For instance, there was a downspout that was directing the water back into the garage, which is lower than everywhere around it. There was a mound of built-up material that wasn't really letting it get out of the alley. But to answer your question, though, Alderman, that garage is about 6 to 12 inches lower than everything around it, so it's a hole in the ground. And aside from raising the garage or lowering the surrounding area, it's gonna get water.
Okay. Okay. I'll make sure those fixes were done. I'll talk to the resident, and if I have any other questions with that, I'll come back to both of you.
Sure.
Okay.
I think Jim and I developed like a memo or something like that a couple of years ago about this in particular, so I can get that to you.
If you could send that to me, that'd be helpful. I want to help the resident as much as we can.
I don't remember exactly when. It was a while ago, but I could find it.
Okay. If we can find it, that's awesome.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Great. So, okay, I guess moving from that area just into some of the other projects we've got going on. New Street is all but done. There's some handrails to go in. The signs are in. The detour signs are down, so the roadway should be open, right? It's open? Good.
Could I ask a question? There
Yes.
was a Facebook flare-up over the red brick retaining wall.
The slope wall? Yep.
Yeah, I haven't got an opinion about it. I'm just curious if you could educate us. There seemed to be some feeling that it was a very expensive way to deal with the problem, and we just spent a lot of money that we didn't spend.
So that, I don't know if you remember the old existing concrete slope wall, but it was probably 30 years old if it was a day old and it was falling apart. So we had a set of geotechnical engineers look at that slope wall with the idea of maybe replacing it with a vertical wall. We had the structural engineers look at the slope wall with regards to whether it was still needed. Both of them advised us that it was actually holding up the bank parking lot, and it was in a state of severe deterioration. We thought being in the city's transport-oriented development area and right next to the city's metro with new sidewalk connectivity, that it was worth the repair.
Okay, thank you.
And so that's New Street. Chatham Street is all but done. They had some punch list work, which they were working on this week, and a little bit of extra patching at Canal. And I guess just in summary, yeah, this year's projects are wrapping up. 135th Place, there's going to be some minor work continuing in the spring, which is landscaping that's just been basically frozen out. But projects are wrapping up, and that's the summary.
Great. Oh, go ahead, please.
On 2020, I just noted that Collins isn't listed here.
Oh, you know why, Alderman? That's the CDBG project.
Right.
So when it
Okay.
says the CDBG project surveys,
That's, oh, I see.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
but that is Collins Street.
Gotcha, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mr. Jackson? While you're here, we have questions? We were wondering if you could explain the bids on the mats.
Big part?
We wanted to know if you could explain the bids on the floor mats.
About the snow blower?
No, the floor mats.
The floor mats?
We're all good with the snow blower.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand that Pam is still waiting for official approval. I know that the floor mats have been approved, but they have not reached Pam's direction to pay as of this date. Regarding the snow blower, we had originally put in for request for $1,149 for a snowblower from Menards. Thanks to Mr. Jim Postal, took me over to Alecia Lawnmower Repair, and we're able to bring that, to get a savings of $399. So currently the list price is $749. That's not including the city discount, and I believe another $50 that will come off of there. So which would bring us down to close to about $600 for a very quality snow blower, efficient, and it should, and it's guaranteed, and as far as maintenance and stuff. And this is a local vendor that we can deal with. So I'm just waiting for approval. Mind you, this was already in our budget, as I sent out an email earlier in 6030, which is small equipment for the rec center, and currently we had $6,000 some. This was approved last year, so we're still waiting for a final approval for it to be purchased. The mayor has approved it, but after talking with my colleague, Mr. Poster, he suggested a better price and a better quality mature, which is a one-stage snow blower. So just waiting for to say to go purchase it along with the floor mats. Other than that, my monthly report was short. If I may, Madam Chairman, take a moment and thank all of the aldermen who have stopped by, Alderman Carr, Alderman Mech, Alderman Hill, Alderman Rita, who stopped by and gave something to our annual Christmas event at the John Community Rec Center. I'd like to thank you for your help and support. We're looking for a very huge crowd this year. Currently, I don't know if we're going to be able to give everyone something, because our donations are not coming in as they did last year. So we're still looking for toys, new products, things of that nature. Our clothes are coming in. People are truly donating clothes. The Blue Line Park District, they donate a bunch of towels and other items to be given away to clean any good towels and stuff. So stuff is starting to come in. We have until next week, the 18th, meetings on the 21st of December from 5:30 to about 7. So please stop by and join us and say hello to the decisions.
Thank you.
I have a question. You said that the floor mats were already approved?
Yes.
Who approved them? Because we haven't discussed them here.
The mayor approved it. I think I sent you an email.
Well, yeah, I got the email, but I'm thinking we haven't approved the floor mats through the committee, and you said that they've been approved. So I'm just...
Well, there's a new one that's told the director to give a PO and purchase of this. Yeah.
What are the, I haven't seen anything about it. What are the floor mats for?
So
What are the floor mats for? I haven't seen any of the
the floor
information.
mat, because previous floor mats were taken up, especially floor mats were taken up. We requested, but they were taken up, and we've been almost a year without floor mats. In the summertime it was bad, but now this winter it becomes a safety issue with the traffic and biggie basketball. So we're averaging right now anytime after 3 o'clock to 9, heavy traffic in there, and that's not including patrons to go to the conference room. So the mats are needed to keep from slips and falls and possible lawsuits to the city.
So can I ask which floor mats were approved?
I believe that especially floor mats was from the low bidder and got the approval.
Okay.
Well, I guess I don't understand. I don't know what needs to be run through the committee or not, I guess. I mean, is it a line item in your budget already, or do we need to, I guess the question is, do we need to approve it? I don't know.
I can answer this, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of confusion on that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we don't have.
Because I think if it's a contract, maybe. I think that's, if he's entering, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, right.
But if he's entering a contract with somebody, maybe if he's buying the mats to have them and he's gonna maintain them himself, I don't know what he's doing. But if it's a contract, I would say yes. But
To add on to at the floor mats, if they purchase a lot cheaper than renting them.
Sure.
And that the, I've talked to the director of the golf course, so between him and I need to clean the mats, I will go over and get their work cleaned. And so we'll be all set cleaning up the mats.
Okay.
Yeah, just as a general note, I know that, there's been talk, if we haven't done anything about it, about adopting a purchasing policy, and this would be a very helpful thing for us to all have. We have a city.
And there was 4 bids sent out, so especially
Well, the specialty mats one says that it's a rental. Specialty man says that it's a rental contract.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Alderman Carr, in the Finance Committee, it was also discussed that the specialty mats could be a straight purchase, and the rug cleaner could be shared between the
Yeah,
golf
I
course.
know.
Thank you for shaking your head, because you also heard about it, and you heard about it, know that they would clean it, and they want to make sure that you had a shop vac, pick up any, wet stuff, and they weren't sure if you had a shop vac, for that too. So in case you ended up with big puddles, you could.
So this has been through finance committee?
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not going to touch it. They approved it, Mayor approved it. All right. Any other alderman concerns? No. All right, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Hi.
Meeting is adjourned at